We also switch to the top of the table, where Ipswich continue their search for the title against Cup finalists Manchester City. Talking of Cup finals, two clubs with finals very much on their schedule. Spurs and Liverpool meet at White Hart Lane. Action from that one too. And on the last but one league Saturday of the season, more issues decided today. Jim Rosenthal.
Well, yes, Brian, Leicester City are relegated from the First Division. Charlton Athletic promoted to the second. Colchester go down to the fourth. And we've got bad news tonight for England and Scotland. Kevin Keegan may miss the World Cup game against Romania next week. Andy Gray is definitely out of Scotland's game with Israel.
But first, it's the relegation battle in the First Division between Sunderland and Brighton, with Sunderland being drawn more and more into danger over the past weeks, and Brighton travelling north knowing that anything other than a win could well see them down. Quite a prospect then at Roker Park, where the game was covered by Tyne Tees Television, the commentator Roger Thames.
40 games and 9 months of hard work lie behind each of these two teams, yet their footballing future could all depend on the next 90 minutes. The greater pressure is on Brighton, who must take both points today to keep their hopes of First Division survival alive. Sunderland need only the 1 point to guarantee they won't return to Division 2 after just one season. But defeat would leave them struggling with only a trip to Liverpool left ahead of them. Caretaker manager Mick Doherty has Sean Elliott in defence once again after a back injury, and Gary Rowell is also recalled in midfield. Rob Vincent is on the bench. Brighton, with all 4 points from their Easter programme, make two changes today. Terry Digweed returns in goal after missing Monday's victory against Leicester, and at right-back, 18-year-old Chris Ramsey plays only his second league game, in preference to the more experienced Gary Stevens. This afternoon's referee is Joe Worrell from Warrington. It's Brighton who get this vital game underway, attacking the goal to our right and wearing the blue shirts and white shorts. Sunderland in the stripes. The pitch in remarkable condition, considering the northeast has been snowbound the last 48 hours, but there is extremely testing wind from the northeast, into which Brighton will be kicking in the first half. Joe Bolton getting that one clear, picked up by Stan Cummins as Sunderland press forward. Sunderland, who've lost 4 of their last 5 games, and so needing to make sure they don't return to Division 2 after just one season, as they did on the last occasion they were in the First Division. Siddall in the Sunderland goal, getting an early feel, and it will be a difficult game for goalkeepers with such a stiff wind to account for. Goal brought down by Cummins, and straight away attacks the defence, and fouled by Ramsey and body checked by Foster, and Cummins couldn't ride the second one, but it was beautiful control by Stan Cummins at first when the ball came to him. He was quick to attack the defence. There was the first foul, and as he was still tumbling, Foster made sure. So, the free kick from an interesting position for Sunderland. Four, now 5 in the wall. Hart ready to attack the ball. Quite a delay here while the referee makes sure they're the statutory distance. Cummins for Buckley. Good shot, good save, but Digweed was in trouble to hold it from Buckley. Buckley was waiting for it, but Digweed was well positioned, though the power gave him a bit of trouble. The corner to be taken by Stan Cummins. Hit deep, Elliott's at the back, good jump from Elliott, a little flick on, off the line by Ramsey, it was Richie's flick, and the youngster coming to Brighton's rescue then. The corner hit really deep there, and Elliott got up and knocked it forward. It was Tom Ritchie who got up with a little knockback, but Chris Ramsey was right there on the line to protect the Brighton goal then. That was a really nasty moment for the Brighton rearguard. Ritchie again, but beaten that time by Lawrenson. O'Sullivan. Ball by Hart to Williams. looking for Smith, and he's found him as well. He's still going on. Good shot. And good work too by Gordon Smith, who worked the opening really neatly. Took it all on himself. Cluster of players around him, but he found the space for the shot. Was on target, but Siddall was well positioned. Elliott now. Straight to O'Sullivan. Robinson, Smith trying to get there. Robinson again. Portman wants it. They've got the man spare. It's Ritchie. This could be dangerous. It's a goal by Robinson. Siddall couldn't hold it. Michael Robinson's absolutely delighted, and no wonder. It always looked a dangerous build-up, but it seemed they may have got it under control. There was the man left spare, Andy Ritchie. Siddall couldn't hold the shot, and Robinson, like the perfect centre-forward, was on the spot. Michael Robinson's 22nd goal of the season, and surely none of them could prove to be more vital. 35 minutes gone. It's Sunderland 0, Brighton 1. And that really is an absolute lifeline for Brighton. Michael Robinson, the man who's got it for them. Alan Mullery, second from the right there, obviously looking a lot happier about life at the moment. Portman with the longer one. It could be in here again. Gregory, that's 2-0. No, disallowed it. So linesman on the far side is flagging. And Brighton really must have thought they'd sewn it up then. Made quite a mess of it. Gregory picked it up, but it was offside. And Mr. Worrell blows his whistle for half-time. And this fella here, Michael Robinson, scored the vital goal after 35 minutes, but gives Brighton such a commanding position in this game. Sunderland were looking to be gaining control in the match, but it's Brighton with a rather more direct style who go into the dressing rooms 1-0 up after some dogged determination in defence gave them the platform. So at half-time, it's Sunderland 0, Brighton 1. In this second half, and that yet another dimension to add to their problems. Remember, they need 1 point this afternoon to guarantee survival in the First Division. It's Brighton who need both to keep their hopes alive. Brighton's remaining fixture at home to Leeds next Saturday, while Sunderland have to travel to Liverpool, and nobody would want to go there needing to get a point to keep any sort of hopes alive. Lawrenson standing at the back for Brighton in the first half. Pumps that one wide for Gregory, but Hinnigan had read it. Here's O'Sullivan. Gregory. Rowell tackling well there. Ritchie, though, couldn't control it. O'Sullivan. But it's a free kick to Sunderland. Buckley fouled. Foster taking up his position, part of the defence. Alan Brown's there. Kicked out by Digweed, marvellous save. Digweed again from Rowell, I think. Marvellous save that from Perry Digweed. He was off balance and he did everything right. Alan Brown's looping header. Rowlett he was there, and Digweed kept it out. That was vital. And again. Direct free kick. Well, would have been optimistic to try one from there anyway. Bolton pushes it deep where Hennigan had come up. Not a bad effort either from Joe Hennigan. He certainly picked his spot out then when he moved forward. Joe Bolton had seen him as well. Hit the free kick long and deep. And there was Hennigan coming in. Picked the spot right, but Digweed had time to collect it. Brown away now. So Alan Brown, Ritchie, Ramsey's there. And again, the youngster does well. Elliott, and he really didn't like that for Ritchie, and Sean Elliott really reacting fiercely there. Ritchie was booked in the first half, remember, and you can see what happened there. Elliott came away, and that tackle was really late. And there's that, where he was caught. And Andy Ritchie can count himself a little bit lucky to be still on the pitch, I would think. Joe Worrell booked him for a foul on Hennigan in the first half, and he'll only need one more like that. And Brighton preparing to bring on a substitute. Jerry Ryan coming on, he's been a regular substitute recently, and the number 8 there, Andy Ritchie, goes off. Ritchie, who was involved in that dust-up with Sean Elliott just a few moments ago. Maybe Alan Mullery wants to take a little bit of heat out of the game. Forward for a forward. Gary Rowell. Alan Brown. Oh! And Alan Brown turned neatly then, and Foster's clearance looked for one moment as though it may be swerving into his own net. But it's a corner. Buckley, Elliott jumping, Ritchie, Digweed couldn't hold it, and Foster was there again, but it was Tom Ritchie holding back off the main cluster of players who got the shot in then, and Digweed could only beat it out. Tense moments for Brighton these, as Sunderland press for the equaliser. Cummins with the corner. Chisholm couldn't keep it going. Bolton now. Delayed a little too long, but Sunderland still have it. So there now for Brown. 1-1, Alan Brown gets it. And it's all to play for now at Roker Park. It looked as though the move may have broken down there. The Brighton defence were coming out, it was played in, and Brown, who didn't seem to have it under control at first, kept going and tucked it in there past Digweed. A vital goal there by Alan Brown, 16 minutes into the second half. His only one goal in 17 games before today, and Alan Brown has dragged Sunderland back on level terms. It's Sunderland 1 and Brighton 1 now. And what a last half hour or so we're set up for now. Alan Brown, the man who's done it for Sunderland, his 5th goal of the season. So Brighton, who need 2 points, remember, have it all to do again. Mick Doherty, second from the right there, looking a lot happier about life now. Not a good one from Chisholm. That's O'Sullivan. Hart. Williams. Robinson's there. Vincent was there as well. Portman. Ritchie, neat flick. Buckley. Bit of a break on here for Sunderland. Cummins is out on the left and Buckley had seen him. They need to cash in now quickly. Rowell is up there. Got the header in but couldn't find the target. It was a positive break by Sunderland then. Cummins, who received the good ball from Buckley, getting the cross in fairly early, and Rowell coming in, couldn't quite get on top of it and get the header on target. Everybody back, just waiting for Digweed to launch this one forward. Ramsey, Vincent, Rowell, here's Vincent, Lawrenson, and surely time has run out for Brighton now, into the time added on for stoppages. But really Brighton have faded away in the last 15 minutes or so. Sunderland have tightened their grip on their own security. Portman now. Referees acknowledge the signals from his linesman as Brighton come forward again. Here's Smith. Can they do it in the last seconds? Jerry Ryan. Smith again. Williams. Oh, he's done it! Gary Williams! What a moment for Gary Williams! The final seconds of injury time when Smith got the crossover. The Sunderland defence couldn't get it clear. There was Williams' first time right in the back of the net. That's unbelievable. Brighton can't believe it, and certainly Sunderland can't. Roker Park absolutely stunned by that, when it had looked as though Sunderland were drifting to the draw that they need for First Division survival. But the score now, Sunderland 1, Brighton 2. And an unbelievable final few moments here. Gary Williams there, giving Brighton a shock winner. It must be a winner. There's hardly time for Sunderland to launch another attack. And Roker Park silent. Was Hinnigan up there with the header, but that really would have been too much to expect. Makes it 6 points from the last 3 games for Brighton, and there goes the final whistle. Brighton players celebrate. Alan Mullery runs onto the pitch to congratulate his players, and really the man he should go to congratulate first is the number 3 for Brighton. There's Alan Mullery. Robinson got the first goal. There's Horton, the skipper there. But what does this mean for Sunderland? Number 3, Gary Williams, scored that shock winner right in injury time. And Sunderland now must just wait and see what the other games produce today to find out if it's them, not Brighton, that could well be sliding towards second division football. The final scoreline at a stunned Roker Park then is Sunderland 1, Brighton 2.
Certainly that dramatic last-gasp winner by Gary Williams has improved Brighton's prospects of survival. Their last game, incidentally, is at home against Leeds, while Sunderland now face a real prospect of relegation, really, when you think that their remaining game next Saturday is away to Liverpool. we go away to White Hart Lane for Spurs against Liverpool. Spurs a fortnight away from that FA Cup final at Wembley, and Liverpool, of course, fresh from their semi-final triumph in the European Cup in Munich on Wednesday. Reflected, I suppose, when it was congratulations all round when Keith Birkinshaw of Spurs greeted the Liverpool bench there today. We pick it up in the first half then. Spurs are in white.
The break by Archibald was well timed. He was onside, but the ball didn't quite reach him. Here's Ardiles. Now Hoddle. Good play again by Hoddle. He's having quite an afternoon already. Ardiles playing it back to him. Crooks offside. Well, it was Hoddle's part in it that was quite magical, really. Beating everybody in sight. The little ball played there again, played on again, and this time, sadly for Spurs, Crooks caught offside. Deep again towards Galvin. He won that at the second attempt, but McDermott was right back there to help out. Ray Kennedy with the guided header here for Sammy Lee, and a bit of space for Liverpool. And the long ball forward, testing again the pace of Howard Gale, and Alexic's ability to come out and head a ball. Took a bit of buffeting as well, and the danger not yet cleared. Now it should be. The whistle's gone in any case. And it was a brave bit of keeping there by Alexic. And he took quite a knock, as we'll see here now. It bounced awkwardly there. He had to do something about it and charged into Gale. But he's all in one piece. Hoddle. Too long there, and then Gale found Rush. Rush couldn't return the compliment though, and Spurs have got a chance of getting out of this spot. They certainly have now, but then it's given away again. And now Sammy Lee put through, and now Gale with a chance, and Liverpool go into the lead. Well, Spurs were their own worst enemies there, and Howard Gale comes in to score his first goal for Liverpool. Sammy Lee laid the ball wide there, flicked through again, and suddenly Gale is in a lot of space, and the goal is at his mercy, 1-0. It's an afternoon for good football, really, because the pitch is in amazingly good condition right at this tail end of the season, playing really true. And really, this pitch is a credit to the Tottenham ground staff, there's no doubt about that. Remember what it used to be a few years ago, is Galvin trying to get to that byline, crossing it in there, nodded away. Not very well, in fact, by Alan Hansen. He goes straight into touch for a Tottenham throw. Archibald looking to get to that byline, gets a corner. Terrific goal-scoring season he's had, 25, and with Garth Crooks 21, that's 46 between the two of them. Here's Ricky Villa. Again, Liverpool get it away. Again, Archibald hoping to make something. Hoddle with the shot! 1-1. Well, that's a typical Hoddle goal. A volley struck with tremendous precision and power. And that makes it 1-1. Well, it had been a very quiet afternoon all around, and now suddenly we've got a couple of goals, and this one an absolute beauty. Nodded away, not very accurately there by Liverpool, and Hoddle hitting it on the rise and just inside that post beyond Roker. It's 1-1. Here's McDermott playing it in towards Souness. Souness with the shot, and that bounced very awkwardly in front of Alexic. And the Spurs almost allowed Souness in there, and just look at the nasty bounce there. Alexic just had to readjust to get it. Villa. And now Villa again. Oh, almost arrogant with a flick there, finding Ardiles. And what a ball there by Ardiles for Crooks. Really stretching Liverpool there. Crooks with a shot, and Clements spooning it away. And the linesman was at the corner flag on the far side. The referee was looking as well. The ball didn't go over the corner. And it was a superb ball and a shot well hit there by Crooks. Now, did it go over for the corner? I don't think it did. Rush. McAllister's header. Ardiles for Brook, a nice touch there. Hoddle, a good firm touch there. And Irwin's missed out. Crooks is in there. And Phil Neal has saved it by heading over his own crossbar. Well, the mistake was Liverpool's. Retrieved superbly by Phil Neal. Played forward there. It was Irwin who missed it completely there. Crooks, who may have thought he'd done enough there until Phil Neal arrived on the scene. Ardiles. Brook. Struck well and called for a good save. A little bit of satisfaction in Gary Brook's face there, I think. Really hit it well, and it was curling a bit away from Ray Clements, palmed up into the air and away.
And 1-1 was the final score. You may have noticed that Graham Roberts was not in the Spurs side today because of the risk of him going beyond the 20 points and therefore facing a cup final suspension if he were booked today. Says the Spurs manager Keith Birkinshaw, I probably have infringed the league's rule. However, I think it's wrong that a player booked in one competition should be punished by being suspended in another. Our third match tonight keeps us up to date in that race for the First Division title. Aston Villa had become the favourites, but Ipswich's spirits, of course, must have been lifted by that victory in Cologne in midweek. And their chance, of course, is still a good one. Ipswich against Manchester City, then pictures from Anglia, commentator Jerry Harrison.
Well, Ipswich go into this one without Franz Tyson, Paul Mariner, Eric Gates and, of course, Kevin Beattie and George Burley. So, in theory, this isn't even a half-strength side. But they do have Russell Osman, having survived a disciplinary commission on Thursday. 62 games he's played this season. This is his 122nd consecutive match. Cup finalists Manchester City aren't able to field anything like the side we'll be seeing at Wembley on May the 9th. Bobby McDonnell, Jerry Gow, Tommy Hutchison and Tommy Caton are all missing, but it takes a lot to stop Paul Power. He hasn't missed a match this season, and it was his goal which knocked Ipswich out of the cup. Today he drops back to fullback. So the referee here is Ken Salmon of Barnet, Hertfordshire. It's pouring with rain as Ipswich in the white shorts kick off. Ipswich giving it a final fling. Only a win here will keep them in the championship race. Manchester City might not be at full strength themselves, but since getting to Wembley, they've won 2 matches decisively, at Wolves 3-1 and against Everton 3-1. Reeves is fouled by Butcher. Tony Henry eventually shaping up for this one. Osman beating Bennett. Mills, Brazil and Turner. John Walk with O'Callaghan out there. Ransom gets straight to him. Muren and a beautiful ball inside. What a great ball. O'Callaghan's away. Brazil and Turner misses. What a superb move. Brazil desperately unlucky. The best bit about that was Muren's pass inside to O'Callaghan. That was a lovely cross though. Brazil motoring in, bang. Corrigan didn't really see it, and Turner heads wide. John Walk. Nicely done by Reeves. Gets a return here. And a good challenge by Steggles. Nicely played by Mackenzie and Reeves. Butcher here, but it's dangerous because there's players coming inside and there's a mistake which Stewart almost cashes in on. Kevin Reeves blocked by Cooper, but Ipswich Town in disarray there when Butcher put a bad back pass into the penalty area which Stewart almost latched onto. Butcher. Turner coming off his man well. I know Callaghan's on that touchline, but a little bit of indecision, although McCall gets it. Muir unable to turn. A lot of room here for Turner. Setting up for McCall. He's going. No play on, no penalty. Well, that was certainly a flying dive from McCall. The referee was right up with it. He's driving forward from left back. He looks to be through. Certainly a doubtful one there, but look how close the referee is. Steggles with Brazil to chase this one as Reid comes over. 2 against 1 there, though. He needs support. That's 1 down and 2 down. Brazil, a nice run. And now Mills. And now must be a chance for Walk. Oh, miss. How can a man with 34 goals this season miss an opportunity like that? And now it's Buckley to get it clear and off. Well, an amazing miss there for Ipswich. Terrific work here by Brazil, bypassing these 2 players, or with the help of a trip. Now he sets it up first of all for Mick Mills. An angled shot. Now you would have thought that John Walk would have buried this one, but the ground is slippery and he was totally off balance. Steggles, Stewart coming to him. Walk, the return, and over goes the left back Tony Henry. Wasted though. Good turn by Walk. O'Callaghan on the left. Buckley up against him, but surely must have a chance to get by him. Reeves covering well though. Back for Muren, but Turner didn't hit it cleanly, although he battles well. McCall pumping one in. Walk, now space for Brazil. Another chance goes begging. Would it were on his left foot, I'm sure that would have been in the back of the net. Walk challenging there, takes the defender with him, leaving a lot of space for Brazil. He controlled it well enough, but hit it wide. Freedom for Russell Osman. Stewart comes to him. McCall looking for Brazil here. Oh dear, that was meant for O'Callaghan, but it's picked up by McCall, who's coming forward strongly. And now there's a chance here for O'Callaghan to get into the heart of the defence. Good cross. There's Ward. Well, this really has been the story of Ipswich Town in the last few weeks. Not so much they've been playing badly, but they've been missing chances. That was a lovely run by O'Callaghan. You can't get a lot deeper than that before you cross. And then Walk, who has that golden touch, but not just at the moment. Walk battling well here, and that's a good ball to Brazil, skidding off the wet surface. They're opening them up, but they can't put the ball in the back of the net. Brazil. O'Callaghan a chance now to pull one over. And now Walk again, so far wide. Mills, a good save. Brazil, another save. No, that was McCall that hit that last one. Well, 2 marvellous saves there by goalkeeper Corrigan, but surely one of these days Ipswich are going to put it in the back of the net. That was terrible. Now Mick Mills picks his spot, but he can't beat the goalkeeper. Then McCall does the same, and here's the corner. Brazil. And they've hit the bar again for the second time. And John Walk, it looks as if it clearly isn't going to be his day. Again, a good cross, this time from the right by Brazil. Walk, a flying header. The goalkeeper well beaten, but saved by the woodwork. Butcher with Reeves. Turner unable to control it. McCall, nice touch when Buckley came in late. Referee speaking to Gary Buckley. Steve McCall. Butcher and Osman in there. Butcher's leap. Osman, but Power got it, and now it's Walk. Wants a bit of support, but a nice shimmy. And a great header. Beautiful bit of play. Terry Butcher. Corrigan beaten at last, but a lot of that credit must go to a man who's missed a couple of opportunities, John Walk. Butcher with the angled header, but what a superb bit of play by Walk out here. It looked as if he was shaping for a pass back, and then when the defender was committed, he turned it the other way, and it's Butcher in there with a neat little header. And that certainly will take the pressure off Ipswich Town. Terry Butcher, such a key-headed goal, of course, in Cologne, does it again here. One by Turner, but it's only to Tony Henry. Flicked on by Walk. And Brazil. O'Callaghan on the left-hand side. Brazil backs off with Turner. More Ipswich players getting into the area. O'Callaghan. Supporting here is McCall. Good play, and Brazil. Surely it's got to go in. Mills. And Corrigan gets it at last. In the thick of the action and the mud. Look at the state of him. Well, Ipswich back to the old eras of the first half. They can't seem to get the ball in the back of the net when the opportunities are so inviting. Turner did a good job there, and Mills, but now Brazil should have popped that one in. Then the mud pie stuff starts. Mills has a go. The mud splashing around all over the place. Mills again, Corrigan at last.
And I'm sorry that you may have had a problem with your picture during that game. I gather it was what we call a local mains failure. At any rate, I'm sorry about it, but Ipswich stay in the hunt with that 1-0 win. But here now with the news from the top of the First Division is Jim again.
Well, Aston Villa gave a championship-style performance in their last home game against Middlesbrough. Villa winning 3-0 and earning a standing ovation from a Villa Park crowd of 38,000. The lethal partnership of Gary Shaw and Peter Withe demolished Borough. Gary Shaw hit his 20th of the season midway through the first half. And early in the second, this is Peter Withe heading in a Morley cross. That makes 21 for him, and what a great season he's had in the Midlands. And with 10 minutes left, Evans made goalkeeper Jim Platt pay for a weak clearance, his shot going just inside the post, as you can see. So Villa just a point away from the title, but they'll have to get that point the hard way at Highbury against Arsenal next Saturday. And look at Arsenal right up there in third place after a 2-1 win at Wolves, where Frank Stapleton scored the decisive goal. So Arsenal flat out for a place in Europe, and if they do beat Villa, Ipswich's task is pretty tough but straightforward. They must win at Middlesbrough next Saturday and then beat Southampton at home after the cup final. Well, just off that caption are Manchester United, and they completed their programme by beating Norwich with a Joe Jordan goal at Old Trafford. That's 7 wins on the trot for United, their best run under the management of Dave Sexton. But there's still a big doubt about his future at Old Trafford. Tonight, Chairman Martin Edwards came out with this remarkable statement. Talk about the manager's job being safe is pure speculation, he said. Well, as expected, the second division promotion issue has still got a fair way to go. Notts County needing only 2 points to go up. They were surprisingly beaten 2-1 at home by Watford. Luther Blissett got them both one a penalty. Blackburn and Swansea both strengthened their claims with 3-0 victories, Blackburn over Newcastle and Swansea over Chelsea. But Luton, many people's favourites to succeed, they had a disastrous 2-1 home defeat by Oldham. And trouble at the end of that match at Kenilworth Road as well. Both teams were taken off the pitch for 10 minutes after a crowd invasion, and Luton, naturally enough, will be reported to the FA for that. Really, they can only resurrect their promotion chances by winning at Swansea, and that match at the Vetch is on Monday. Our congratulations to Mike Bailey's Charlton, promoted after winning 2-1 at Carlisle. First half goals from Paul Walsh and Martin Robinson. So Rotherham and Charlton both promoted, with the third place now between Barnsley and Huddersfield. Barnsley surprisingly beaten 1-0 at relegated Blackpool, while Huddersfield, they were winning 2-1 at Portsmouth. There's one issue settled at the other end of the table. Colchester are relegated along with Hull and Blackpool. Colchester go down after losing 1-0 at Newport. We've got a result in tonight from Division 4, Torquay 0, Southend 3, and that affects the top of the table like this. Southend are now almost certain champions. Lincoln are already promoted with them, and Wimbledon are in the fight for one of the other 2 promotion spots, along with Doncaster and Peterborough. But really, Wimbledon doing themselves no favours today by losing 1-0 at Wigan.
All right, now stand by, because it's time again for Golden Goals. And last week we showed you the final 6 and invited you to put them in a complete order of merit. Remember, which is best, which is second best, which is third best, right down to which is 6th best. So this is your last chance to vote to win a trip to Paris for the European Cup final. Here we go. Goal A is by Andy Peake of Leicester City against Liverpool.
And Leicester, let's look back and reckon that they've made more chances than Liverpool. But they're still scoreless. Here goes Peake, setting himself for the drive. Oh, what a goal! That is beautiful! Andy Peake, his first ever First Division goal. He'll never score a better one.
Goal B by Phil Boyer of Southampton against Ipswich.
Gola on the decoy run. Williams, Keegan, chested down and away by Mariner. Lovely little touch from Keegan and the shot from Boyer. Oh, what a goal! That is an absolutely fantastic goal.
Goal C, this is by Steve Hunt of Coventry City against Birmingham City.
Gillespie, Gallagher, firm and positive in the air. Hunt. Hunt keeping his feet on this surface. Thompson, Hunt in again. Yes, a beautiful goal. Steve Hunt.
Goal D, Trevor Francis, Nottingham Forest against Aston Villa.
And a break for Forest. That ball was charged down, Wallace breaks forward. Anderson going to his right. Here goes Viv Anderson. And a touch from Francis, and it's 1-1. Trevor Francis has got the goal.
Goal E, Gary Shaw of Aston Villa against Nottingham Forest.
Shaw. Morley feeding it into Geddes. Shaw. Shaw doing well for Mortimer as Swain breaks on the right. Geddes coming near post. That's Shaw. That's 2-1 Villa. There's nothing wrong with that one at all. That was a beautifully constructed goal.
And finally, goal F, David Cross of West Ham against Watford.
Lampard hitting it straight at Steve Sims, but it might come for Cross. And indeed it has. He's beaten Sims with that one. Cross now, looking to curl, and a beautiful goal!
So remember, what we require from you is a complete order of merit of all 6. And just to recap for you, goal A, Andy Peake. Goal B, Phil Boyer. Goal C, Steve Hunt. Goal D, Trevor Francis. Goal E, Gary Shaw. And goal F, David Cross. And that's it for this week, a day when Charlton have got themselves promoted to the 2nd Division. Well done, the Valiants. And when Spurs and their fans have already started to think about their big day at Wembley in a fortnight's time. In fact, the players have made a record this week, now on sale. It's called Ozzy's Dream. Spurs are on their way to Wembley. A slightly different role there for the Argentine midfield player. And what celebrations if Glenn Hoddle can repeat in a fortnight's time at Wembley the goal he scored against Liverpool today. Good night.
There's Ricky Villa. Again, Liverpool get it away. Again, Archibald hoping to make something. Hoddle with the shot! 1-1.